Hey everybody, Cool Dad here. So, I have my Mutation Xv4, and I'm sitting down here getting caught up on some Walking Dead, most of which I've already seen. I gotta catch up on season 5, but I've got that queued on Netflix, so... anyway, I was sitting down here and decided it was time to rebuild. And the other day I was down at my local shop, and we were BSing around, and came up with the idea of building a pair of vertical coils for it, just because I'd never done it before. So, I pumped out some crap. Which wire did I use? 22, 26, 24, 20, 22. 22 gauge. 6 wraps. I have not put this on a meter or anything yet. And this is what we've got. Now you'll see, I got the 2 leads coming. I haven't snipped these down or anything. What I did, let's see if I can get it to focus better here, is I took and bent the one lead down and did a double bend in it so they were coming out at the same level, make it easier to put into the build. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of clipping on these, and then I am going to attempt to pop them on there and see how they look. And I'm going to take you all along for the ride with me. Well, we all shoot down the rabbit hole for a little bit. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, so I built this, the concept, it was going to go from the outer post to the far inner post. And there's my screwdriver. And the reason being is that the size of the coil, which is 2mm, give or take, seemed to work with that concept. So, let me get this tightened on here. I'm Italian. Talking and working is tough. I need my hands to talk. So I figured with the size of the coil, that was actually not a bad spread to go. So, first one is in. The interesting part is going to be wicking these. Because I'm thinking the traditional wicking methods probably aren't going to work as well. But there we go. Vertical coil. I'll probably tweak it a little bit, with this, put the screwdriver in there, shovel it around a little bit to get it right where I want it. Let me. Oops. Don't put your screwdriver into the air hole. Not perfectly centered, but not bad either. Pretty much right over one of the air holes. That looks pretty sweet. So I've got the other one here. Same thing. Did the double bend, yada yada, hey hey, we're the monkeys, etc. Anyway, excuse me, soda. Before I pop this in, I'm going to straighten this out a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Take a look at the other one. Do it out here and here. Okay. Turn the leads down. It's about equal to the other one. I'm talking with a screwdriver in my mouth. Old smoking habits die hard. What? Okay. Now, tighten these bad boys down. Ooh, this looks kind of interesting. I've made some weird, crazy, effed up builds, I admit that. And I have to say, looking at the form on this one, that's kind of cool looking. I've kept them both in far enough to be, they're not going to contact the top. Where did I put there? Let's see what they do. Okay, not perfect. A little pinch and squeeze here. Now somebody's going to say, oh, fire it before you squeeze it, but it's still hot, trust me. That actually Ooh, pretty nice. Now, I'm going to screw around with the wicking for a little bit, and or maybe I'll just, you know what, screw it. Well, I got y'all on here. Let me grab a cotton ball out here. Well, I got y'all on here, and we're at 5.5 minutes. If you stuck with me this long, I appreciate it. I know I can ramble and kind of go on at times, but it's all in the interest of vaping. Oops, wrong way. Again, I use just plain organic cotton balls I picked up at my local drugstore for $1.50 a bag. It's all I've ever used. I think it works great. I personally like the way it works. I think I get a good vape out of it, no funky taste. You see my juice reviews. I mean, God knows I put enough juice through my builds, and I re-wick on it at least once a week, if not more, depending on my mood and how much I've vaped. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I might be better off with these doing a wrap wick instead of a through wick. You should bear with me a minute. I'm working on getting this so I can show you what I mean. Twist the end still. Okay, end twisted. Scissors. That was real effective. Crappy scissors. They were cheap. They're one of those pair of scissors that comes with you buy your, Walmart clippers. I bought a couple pairs of those over the years. So there we are. Now let's get this in here. Now, this is kind of a new concept I'm playing with as far as the wicking goes. So, straight up honest, I don't know how this is going to work, if it's going to work at all. It might be interesting, it might be a big mess. Okay, so there. Lost my scissors in that short amount of time. Welcome to the mind of a genius. Self-labeled genius. How's that? Okay. Took some of that cotton off there. Now, my handy dandy 20 gauge needle. Too many years working in healthcare. The sad part is, I came across this at a job that was not healthcare related at all. Okay, now what I'm doing is kind of got it wrapped around the outside of the coil, and I'm getting it tucked into the juice well on the one side. I think when I juice this, I'll be able to get it a little. Okay, here's what I did. I know it looks kind of fluffy and weird right now. Once I juice it, see, there we go, leaves the center wide open. Once I juice it, though, I think I'll be able to wrap it a little bit better. Damn, I wish this camera had a pause. I got my old iPhone 4 down here because I just lost a piece of cotton. Oh, no, there it is. Because my Android's charging right now. I will say this about the Android. I can pause the camera, and then I don't have to go back and edit. We all know how I love my one take videos. I do it all in one shot. It's rare that I do multi-shot videos, but let's see. So let me get this second one here. Ooh. Need a little assistance. And if my wife is watching this, Mrs. Cool Dad, I'll say a little crab-like assistance and make her laugh. Running inside joke. There we go. Okay, now bring the rest of this around. Little snip, snip. Wonk. And yes, it's necessary when you have an internet thing like this to make funny noises when you do everyday stuff. It just makes it more interesting for you, the viewer. 20 gauge needle. Okay, well, this is turning out kind of interesting, and I apologize again for you guys. Thank you if you stuck with me this far. I'll give you tonight's winning lottery numbers or some crap. There we are. Okay, so kind of wrapped it around, tucked it in. You can see I got both of them open for the air. I'm going to juice this bad boy. I'm not going to talk about what I'm juicing with right now because I haven't done a review on it yet. I'm still working my way through it. Liking it, but you have to wait for the review like everybody else. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. I think the trick with this one, for as far as juicing goes, is just to make sure I don't drop it down the center of the coil. Because if I do, it's going to be gushing right out the air holes on the bottom of this. So I'm going to actually... Yeah, it worked pretty well. Oops, stay away from the center. The MXV4 here, I will say one thing, it does have, considering the overall setup, has a very nice juice well in it. I like it. Okay, there we go. We're juiced. I'm running my IPv3Li at 85 watts right now. Not a ton of cloud. So let me dab a little more juice in there, because God knows we all hate dry hits. And I hate them just as much as the rest of you. So never doubt that. Every once in a while I just get that dry hit that makes you go, good Lord, I just singed my lung hairs. Okay. Woo! Damn. That was a nice ass hit. Good dense clouds out of it. Reads a 0.2 on here. I find this is within about 0.1, so it's anywhere from 0.1 to 0.2, I'm saying, I'd guess. It's actually not bad, though. A little warmer than my last build, but fun. I mean, I tried something new. We all know, as cool that I love trying stuff new. Okay, I dropped it down to 40 watts, just to see what it does. Very nice. Let's see what it says on here. And this is 50-50 juice I'm vaping right now. So you're seeing the clouds for 50-50 juice on this build. And it's still reading a 0.2 on here. I forgot to throw it on my ohm reader. If I could pause the video, I would have. But anyway, give it a try. 22 gauge, 6 wrap, vertical coils on my MXV4. Cool Dad saying peace out. Get your vape on.